Hey folks, today I'm going to show you how to make a alcohol stove out of easy things, beer can that you can find in your kitchen, steak knife, a pair of kitchen scissors, and a can opener. And I've made these things for years. Some of them are a little more complex than others, but this one, the last one I made in this fashion was a small 8-ounce version, which is great for cooking with a canteen cup and for camping. But I want to do something for maybe when the power goes out and you want to make spaghetti or cook something and you need something a little bit bigger. So I made one the other day. This is it right here. And while I'm making this, I'm going to be also warming up water to see how long it takes. I've added 4 ounces of rubbing alcohol that you can get at the dollar store. I'm going to just set it over here and get it started. And then once you show you this, so once you start it up, it'll start venting out the sides, and that's when you want to put your pot on. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So you can see it there. This is a 6-quart stock pot, and it has 10 cups of water in it. So the reason I needed a bigger one is because this is a big pot, right? And you can see how it's going on the bottom. I'm not going to put a lid on it just simply because I want to be able to hear it. So let me back you up a little bit. Once again, we have a can opener, kitchen scissors, steak knife, can. Now this is a large can. It was the biggest one I could find. I needed something big, so I went for the big can. First thing you do is you want to take the inside out of the top of the can. Make a huge mess. Just a little bit of water in that can. Real easy. Just pop it off like that. Next thing you want to do is you're going to make the top and the bottom of it. So you're going to have to cut the can 2 times, unfortunately, because you don't need that whole tall can. So what I did before, this is where you need your knife, just in the middle of the can, as easy as possible, go straight through. And then that way you can put your scissors in there. So you don't need to be real precise for the first cut because it's easier to go in, once you get them separated, to go in and clean up your cuts. So, all right, so now I have the top and the bottom. And you can kind of see how it's kind of jagged. Now I'm going to go back and kind of at an angle, just kind of carve down until I get to, I don't know, about 2 or 3. About 1.5 inches up. Let's do that. So once again, I'm kind of going at an angle until I get down to where I need to be. And then you're going to slowly work around. Actually, you're cutting the other way. There you go. That's the bottom. Watch out for your little shavings and stuff so you can kind of, we're going to do the same thing, cut in that direction, kind of spiraling down until we get to the point where we want to be. Okay, you're going to have the top part, no matter what your measurements are, you're going to have the top part be taller than the bottom part, and I'll show you why. Just a second. Alright, so we got that. Top, bottom. Still making a mess. There you go, and you can kind of see when you level them out, this is going to be a little bit taller. I'm going to try it. Once again, just trying to get them level, because when this sits down inside that bottom, you want it to be level. If it's not, then your pot's not going to be level. Much better. Now you can make these things as flat as you want, they just won't hold as much fuel, and so just keep that in mind. Alright, so that's the bottom, we have the top, and now you're gonna crease the top. And the way you do that is use the bottom of just the edge of your scissors, and just push down and make a crease with your 2 fingers. Alright, so now that we've made that crease, that's what it looks like. Now we're going to take 2 fingers over from the edge of that crease and do it again. Move 2 fingers over, crease. And what we're doing is we're going to make this to where it can fit down inside that bottom. 2 fingers over, crease. 2 fingers over, crease. Till we work our way all the way around. There we go. So it's creased, you can kind of see how it's bent the can. And now we're going to take the bottom can and just slowly but surely fit it in there. I'm going to try to go a little bit deeper on some of these creases just so I can get that funnel that I want. Make it fit easier down in there. Let's check on our pot. Starting to look a little bubbly. Alright, so I've re-creased it. We can get it to fit in there now. You want a pretty snug fit, just so that it vents properly. So I've stuck it down in there, now I can just push it down. So you're pretty much done at this point. So I don't know how long that took. I've been making this video for 8 minutes, so it took about 8 minutes. Now we can add, that's still going. Got little bubbles on the bottom. Let me show you how this works on this one. Just add a little more fuel. Once again, it needs to be a non-petroleum based fuel. So denatured alcohol, rubbing alcohol, fingernail polish remover. I like this one. The higher the better on the percentage. So this is 91%. Once again, you can get this at Dollar General for a couple bucks. Actually, I think you can get it at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. So that's where I always get these little dudes. And then we added that to it. All right, let me see here. I'm just going to put this on something like that. And then I use a torch, but you don't have to use a torch. Now it's going, but you can't see it. It'll start vent up. What happens is the fuel heats up and it produces a gas and it starts coming out the side. You'll see it. So once it's fully vented all the way around, which it is, you go ahead and set your pan on there. So we're pretty much done with this project. I'm going to just make a little more footage because I want to show you just how, I don't know if you can see the water. It's starting to smoke. We're going to see how far that goes. I'm going to see, maybe I can cook an egg or something in this thing as it heats up that pan. My cast iron skillet. Yeah, so that's done. 8 minutes, you got a cooking source and you can be cooking. Now, keep in mind, when you use a lower grade percentage of your rubbing alcohol, or if you use fingernail polish remover, once you're done burning, like it goes out, you will need to, there'll be something in the bottom. Usually, whenever, this is 70%, you're gonna have 30% of the liquid still in your stove. So just pour that out. It's usually an inert, some kind of product that's in there to lower the alcohol percentage. So it's not a big deal, just to let you know. Also, if you need to put this out, the best way to put them out is to snuff them out. So have another coffee can or something that you can just stick down over the stove while it's going. It takes like a second and then it's out. So you don't have to worry about, you don't have to throw it out. They're pretty wind resistant, but don't try to like put, water or anything on it. It just doesn't work. So snuff them out. It's super easy, but it needs to go all the way over the can. So as you can see, you can't just set something on the top of it because the flames are coming out. Bring it around so you can kind of see what that looks like. My pan is heating up. This one's smoking. There's bubbles on the bottom, but we're not quite to like a rolling boil yet. So we'll let this go a little bit longer. Hopefully we'll get some kind of boil before we run out of fuel. I used 4 ounces. I had like 5 ounces left in this bottle. So that's why I did it that way. So yeah, my water's just about to boil. So what I'm doing here, do this. Put a little butter in that skillet from the egg. We must be getting pretty low on fuel. So I would probably say, double it, because once you get it boiled, you're going to want to cook your spaghetti or whatever, so just keep that in mind. For all practical purposes, you could use 2 and speed up the cooking time. You just need them the same size, so whatever sits on top of them. Looks pretty good. That stove's still cooking away. A little salt, pink salt, pepper. Kind of see how it's going right there. So this is great for emergency situations where you need a cook source and electricity's gone out. Your electric range top doesn't work. Now you can cook soup, fry eggs. You can do anything you do on a propane or gas cooktop. So that works. So it's bubbling over there. See if I can flip this over on camera. Wow. Beautiful. All right, because we still have some fire going, I might as well cook another egg. And just a little bigger egg. And of course the busted yolk. Alright, let me get the done one out of there so we can move it into that. Make it look nice. First one fried beautifully. Second one, not so much. And then do a little scramble. I'll repost on my YouTube channel the me making the first one. That video is over 10 years old, so but I was able to make the stove and boil 2 cups of water in right around 11 minutes. I was trying to do it in under 10 minutes and just barely got there. So let me show you what I got going on over here so you can kind of get an idea of how this is going. Little bubbles, but not. We're still burning, so should have put a lid on it, but like I say, I wanted to kind of do it in the open. All right, and then what I'm going to do now is show you how I extinguish it. Just take it over. Then it's out. Alright, this thing's still going over here, so there's still quite a bit of fuel left in this thing. It would have cooked much longer. It didn't use much of the fuel. I can show you. To cook 2 eggs, so it's pretty efficient. You can pour that back in your bottle or whatever and use it again next time. So, I want to wrap this up. We're pretty much boiling over here on 10 cups of water in this 6-quart stock pot. I'd probably add spaghetti noodles at that time, any kind of macaroni noodles, whatever you needed to do. I'd go ahead and do it. But thanks for watching. If you like this kind of content, let me know. Give me a thumbs up or a like. If this is on my YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe if you would. It really helps me out. I'm trying to get to that 1,000 subscriber mark, and every little bit helps. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.